Hi, everybody. DJ Yoakley here with the head coach of the YSU baseball team, Mr. Dan Bertolini, for our first Coach's Corner of the season. Hard to believe, Coach, that baseball is here, and we are 2 days from being on a plane and heading to the great state of Texas. Talk to me, firstly, about how your offseason was and what you're most excited for this year.
Yeah, I mean, I think number one, I can't believe we're ready to go, and I'm doing another coach's corner here because it's come that fast. But we were really excited about the way that things went this fall. I thought we had a really productive fall out of Eastwood and transitioning into the Watts. I thought, just the maturity level of our players and just the growth of some of our returning players and just the way that they go about their business every day. It's been exciting. I saw some of our pitchers really took a big leap forward. Just with consistency and strike throwing, and that's going to be important for us moving forward. Just because we've had some inconsistencies on the mound, a lot of young guys, and you just see that maturation process of them, handling themselves in a more mature way, kind of understanding what it takes for them to be prepared each and every day. So I'm excited to see those guys take that jump forward. And I think from an offensive standpoint, we're still going to try to continue to do some of the same things we did. We have Blaze and Jeff, and those guys were all conference players for us. And Phil, they're going to. Dylan Schwarmer was an all freshman team selection. So we have some guys that are returning. I mean, basically we returned our whole entire lineup from last year minus 3 guys. So we're able to kind of fill those voids, and I think we're gonna do some things a little bit differently. We'll probably play a little bit more small ball. We'll probably try to do some of those, still stay aggressive on the base pass, but I think I think we will have some guys that will hit for some power too. So I think we can be a little bit more balanced of an offense than we were probably a year ago.
What I'm excited for is a new year, new squad. You've got some new names, some local names, and some guys from all over the great nation here in the United States. Talk to me about some of the guys that you want to keep your eye on, and the fans of YSU baseball might want to keep an eye on as well.
Well, I mean, I think, offensively, obviously Jeff and Blaze and Phil, those guys have produced at a high level and have got some recognition. I think some of the new guys coming in, I think Turner Graw is a guy that's going to play, every day for us, going to play in the outfield, but probably either corner spot, left-handed hitter. He had a really outstanding fall. Has really carried it through all the way in our training going into the season. So we're excited for him. Braden O'Shaughnessy is another guy, freshman from Poland, that's going to have some chances to play, whether it might be some DH, some second base, but he's going to definitely impact us. I think Bryce Warwick's a freshman pitcher that has done a really nice job from the fall and had some great outings so far this spring. So we're looking forward to him, trying to figure out his role, whether it might be, as a reliever or possibly potentially a starter at some point down the road. Having Nick Caruso back behind the plate is big, being a senior and a leader. I think his leadership skills have really helped our team immensely. Colin Floyd being back, he's a guy that kind of flew under the radar a little bit from last year, being out all season. He's going to be our Saturday starter, and he's an all-conference pitcher when he's healthy, so we're looking forward to that. Colin Clark's taking a big jump forward. He'll be our Friday night starter. I think his velo's taken a little bit of a bump. Just the way he handles himself has been really impressive, so looking forward to that. Really all the way around the diamond, there's lots of guys. Nasani will be back. He's probably one of the best center fielders that we'll see all season. He covers ground and is a real leader of our defense. So we're looking forward to just really seeing these guys and taking them that next jump.
Yeah, looking forward to visiting the Sonny Island here in a couple of days. You talked about some of these guys, and the nice thing for you is the preseason always seems to treat you very well and really showcase some of the big names in the lineup. 6 Penguins earning preseason recognition this year. Talk about the hard work that those guys have put in and kind of the weight that comes with that as we head to Houston.
Well, it's come a long way. I mean, I think our first year when we were here, we had one guy make an all-conference selection. He was a freshman team selection. So to have 6 guys that are prospects in the league with, I think it says that we're moving in the right direction. We have some really talented players on our roster. And I told them at practice the other day, it's a great honor for you. It means that there's a little bit of a target on your back. But at the end of the day, it's preseason. It doesn't mean a whole lot. There's no added pressure for them. They just need to go out and do the things that they've done to put them on that list, and not try to perform to that list of guys. You just go out every day and work and do the things that you do to prepare yourself, and good things will happen. And hopefully we'll have some more guys that'll get some postseason recognition.
And kind of in that same token, you look at it, you guys first pitch breakfast. Would love for you to kind of spout it again, because that's what you're looking for in a leader. It matters, but it doesn't. You can use this either as a ceiling or as fuel to break through. How do you guys take it?
Well, just like the position play or the prospect list, it's just a list. They're not inside of our program each and every day. Our expectation is always at a number 1. It doesn't mean a whole hill of beans where they predict us. All that matters is where we finish. I predict us to finish first. So, if you don't, then I don't know what we're doing here. The point of this is we want to put the best team on the field, and we want to win a Horizon League championship. I think if you ask any of our players, that's the goal. So, we're going to try to do everything in our power to get ourselves in that position.
And one of the things I do, you guys do it so well, is that first pitch breakfast. It was at Waypoint 4180 this year. The venue was fantastic. The atmosphere was outstanding. There's a lot of supporters here in Youngstown that support the baseball team and all over the country. When you look at a situation like that, where you've got guys coming in, Matt Underwood, the voice of the Indians, as well as the legendary Ken Griffey Sr., talk to me about first pitch, how it looked from your perspective, and why it's so important for your program.
I mean, we were so impressed by the Waypoint. What a beautiful facility. Got a lot of really great comments about that facility. So we were, Chuck Whitman and Nancy Sullivan put on a great performance for us. So we're really pleased with where that was. And but yeah, I mean, getting to talk to Ken Griffey and Matt Underwood, I think they told some great stories and really told some funny stuff on Friday night as well. So I thought the people enjoyed it. I mean, it's just a huge fundraiser for our program. We were probably able to raise upwards of $18,000 to close to $20,000 for our program, which is will be one of our biggest money makers since we've been here. So it was the best turnout. So we had 540 people there, and it's just an awesome event to showcase what the community is willing to do and the outreach that we've had, and as well as getting a chance to kind of see our players. And I think them getting to see, our guys, and this is really what it's about. It's helping raise money for these guys so they can have the best experience possible here at Youngstown State. So we're so thankful to all of our corporate sponsors and really everyone in attendance. Bob Hannon does it every year and volunteers his time, and Joe really, talks about 100 miles an hour on that auction, helped us raise some money for our program. So we're really thankful for him to be able to do that for us. So it's a great way to kick it off, and a little bit stressful. It's right before the season starts. You can mark your calendars. It's going to be a little earlier next year. It's going to be January 30th at the Waypoint. So you can, Penguins fans, you can mark your calendars there. We don't have a speaker quite yet, but we'll be working on it here shortly. But it was fun, and now I'm kind of glad that's behind us, and we can really focus on what's important here is trying to beat Houston next weekend.
Trying to go to a different angle on this, is there a favorite point or most memorable point of the day for you on that first pitch breakfast?
Probably when it's over. I mean, to be honest, it's a lot. No, I mean, I like my favorite part is just getting to listen to their stories and really, I get a chance to know them over the weekend a little bit, get a chance to talk to them, really understand the types of people that they are, and those two guys are just great. Not only great speakers, but great people. That were there to really help out. I mean, Matt Underwood's volunteering his time to come help us raise some money, so we couldn't appreciate that anymore. Yeah, I think when it finally gets done, I'm pretty I'm pretty happy that we can move on and practice on Sunday.
Well, that's the last time you'll hear about it from me. So let's turn the page on that. Let's talk about some baseball here. We're heading to Houston, buddy, the great state of Texas. And Houston, you have a problem because the Penguins are coming. Let's talk about Houston, what they bring to the table, and what your expectations are this weekend.
Well, they're picked to be a top 40 team in the country this year. They just missed the postseason last year. I know they'll be hungry, and they've done a great job. They've been historically a very good program. I mean, they're going to return some really talented arms on the mound too, all conference guys, and Lyle Lockhart and Clay Aguilar. They're going to probably most likely start 3 left-handed pitchers against us, which is always a challenge going into opening weekend. It's a great environment. They kind of have some question marks. They have a lot of junior college transfers that are coming in, so we don't have great scouting reports yet on some of those guys. The guys that return for them are have been solid players that they'll move the ball around, they'll squeeze, they'll bunt, they'll do some of the small ball stuff as well as play good defense. So realistically, it's about us. It's about what we can do. As much as we want to scout them, we also have to play to our strengths and try to match what we can do really well against sort of what they do well. And I'm sure both teams are going to be nervous. It's opening weekend. So we're excited to play in some warmer weather. It's supposed to be in the 60s and I think 70 on Sunday. So I'm looking forward to that because we're going to be outside here in about 2 hours, and it's about 39 degrees outside. So we'll take they think it's cold when it's 55, and our guys will be in tank tops and short shorts in the hotel.
Well, hopefully those shorts aren't too short. Let's just pray for that. I know Jeff Whaler likes those short ones.
Yeah.
I mean, you talked about it. It all comes down to us. What are we hanging our hat on this year? Last year it was aggression, base stealing, small ball. You kind of indicated a little bit earlier. Is that going to be the same realm this year, or are we looking for some tweaks?
Well, I mean, I think we're always trying to be aggressive. I mean, that's been my forte since I've been coaching is just we want guys that are aggressive, that want to steal bases. We want to put pressure on other teams. I think we can really hit. So we may not steal quite as many bases as we have in the past. We'll have to see. For a team, we didn't have a great overall team batting average last year, but we were able to get on base and we were able to steal a lot of bases. So that it's still obviously all those guys are back. It's a huge part of our offense, but I think really what we'll hang our hat on is our pitching, our depth. I mean, the back end of our bullpen is as good as it's ever been with Joel Hake and Gary Clift, Chad Coles, Dalton Eric. Those guys are 4 guys that we dream about having back there to close out some of those close games. I mean, we lost 15 games last year by 3 runs or less, and a lot of those are lost in the later innings. So for us to have some guys that we can rely on is huge because I think we'll get some length out of our starting pitching. Opening weekend we'll have Colin Clark, Colin Floyd, and Travis Perry will be on Sunday, and those guys should be able to get some length. If we can keep it there in the 5th, 6th inning and turn it over to our bullpen, I think we're going to be put in some good situations to hopefully win. So we want to win with pitching and defense, and I think we're going to be in a good position to hopefully be in a lot of those situations.
Coach, you talked a little bit about it at the first pitch breakfast about one of the new things you're introducing, a different style of golf outing, if you will,
Right.
that you'll be having this year. And it's important for people to get involved, sponsors, and obviously golfers. Can you talk a little bit about that for those who weren't able to attend or that are hearing this for the first time?
Yeah, so we're actually going to have 2 golf outings this year. Our first one is going to be August 24th at the Lake Club, 11 o'clock a.m. Shotgun start, and it's going to be more of a open to the public. It's going to be a golf extravaganza, I think is what we called it. If anyone's been at Locker 1-2 for the Netted Way, it's a great outing. It's got there's going to be games on every hole. There's going to be we'll have cornhole, we'll have, speed pitch stuff. We'll have hit the ball off a wiffle ball off the tee. I mean, there'll be all kinds of things where you can win some prizes. There'll be some food trucks on the course. There's, in years past, there's been, Cajel's has done a massage chair there, and so it'll be more than just golf, you know. And it's really an opportunity for you to golf in an outing, but also, you know, for us to raise another large fundraiser for us to help continue to grow this program and raise some funds for us. And then we'll have um, our second one will be for our alumni, and that will be at YCC for our alumni golf outing. And those guys are welcome to golf in either one, but that'll be more just for our baseball alumni. And YCC's been a great venue for us. You know, Scott Sundstrom does a great job there, and that's been a really fun outing for us for the last couple of years. So it's going to be something new. We're going to try something new. The Lake Club's a beautiful golf course, and you know, Ed Moransky, we're just real thankful for him that he's able to help us out, and Leo Henry's kind of behind this. So we're excited to try something new, and it should be a really, really fun time.
Couple things before we let you go here on the YSU Baseball Coaches Corner with Dan Bertolini. Coach, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you who your role model was on and off the field growing up and maybe even now.
Well, I think you probably already know the answer to this, but you know, my dad's been my role model, you know, since I've been alive. You know, just teaching me the how to work hard and how to treat people the right way and how to be a man. And you know, I just I couldn't appreciate him anymore. You know, just throwing me batting practice pitches from the time I was 6 until he's still throwing today to guys, hundreds and hundreds of pitches. And, you know, doesn't take any credit for anything, just kind of does his job and knows that he does a good job. I think he's a great hitting coach and a great baseball guy and a great mentor. And just, you know, how to deal with people, you know, how to talk to people and how to really get to know them. And that's been such a important part of my life. You know, still watches on my, you know, we live together still. So, you know, I get to, unfortunately, sometimes I get to see him every single day, win or lose. You know, he gets to be a part of my life every day and be a part of my kids' lives. And the impact he's had on them has been awesome. So, yeah, I don't know where I'd be without him.
And last but not least, let's talk about, I mean, you're a stylish guy. You got so many hits on YSN last year from just audio. I can only imagine what we're going to get with video with your face all over this thing.
Yeah.
Talk about your coaching style and, you know, kind of where you learned it and what you're looking to, maybe some of your mentors that you're trying to live up to from the coaching perspective.
Well, one, I'll take Ron Batesta. I got a face for radio. But no, this has been a great opportunity with YSN, and hopefully it'll be great. But you know, coaching style, you know, I think I took it from my dad. You know, I mean, I think really just maybe a little less fiery than he was when he was younger. But I think Coach Spano at Mercyhurst, you know, was a huge influence to me on my coaching style. Just, you know, he's, you know, you put the players first. I mean, that's the most important thing. That's why we're here, and not, you know, I try to tell these guys, like, you know, baseball is what we do. It's not who we are. You know, who we are the people that we are outside this game, you know, whether, you know, friends, husbands, boyfriends, you know, students in the community. Like, that's who we are. You know, what we do is we play the game of baseball, and hopefully who we are is reflected in what we do and the types of players and people that we are while we're on the baseball field. But sometimes, you know, you can hang your hat too much on your baseball life, and when that goes away, then what do you have? So, you know, but I'm pretty fiery. You know,
No.
yeah, you know, I'm going to be trying to be more mellow this year, especially to my friends that wear black and blue. But you know, we just want to put a good product out there, and I want guys to play the game the right way and teach them life lessons while we're playing. So hopefully they just turn out to be, you know, they can use this in their lives, you know, moving forward.
Does that mean you're going to scale back from 2 Red Bulls to 1 Red Bull before every game, or how does that work?
Listen, if you get a Red Bull, you're out here yelling, we're shocking the world and yelling at people. So I got to keep you calm all the time. So I probably need to cut back on my Red Bulls. But according to my wife, I have 0 Red Bulls because she's very upset when I have a pop or any. She's trying to keep me around for a while, I guess. So
sorry, man.
Trying to cut back on those things. But yeah, I mean, I'll try to stay about as even kill as I can.
Well, you know that we've got a flight to catch on Thursday morning where we've only got one goal in sight, and that is to, you know what, shock the world. Danny, thanks so much for all your time today. Appreciate you. We'll see you on Thursday morning, and then the world will listen to us on Friday night on YSN. Thanks, buddy.
All right. Thanks a lot, DJ.